What's up everyone, it's Demolition Derby for Life. I'm here gonna do an aftermath video of the 79 Caprice Classic. I have to correct myself. I've been saying Impala in the last few videos. I have been saying it wrong. It is actually a Caprice Classic. Otherwise, you can just call it the Angrybirds car. I took it to Scott County Fair. I took it there and ran it. I was really upset that they didn't choose my car for Best Decorated. The ones that they chose were fine. I mean, they got chose because the people that chose them thought they were Best Decorated. The people that chose them were cops. They were older ladies, I guess, and they chose them. I don't know why. From what I was told, there was a few different girls, like dairy princesses or something. They were supposed to choose them, and then the cops I guess, always have been choosing them, and then they vetoed every car that the girls chose, and they picked the ones that they liked. But oh well, it happens. So I wasn't chosen for Best Decorated, but I still went out there and I did crappy. What ended up taking me out was a shaft, a rear end axle. Can't remember. I'm drawing blanks. I've just been tired lately. We actually just had a tornado come through here. Not near here, but close to me in the town that I live in. It was literally right on the other side of the lake, and we're out of power right now too, which kind of sucks. But oh well. But back on track. What took me out was the rear end shaft axle. It did not break. The axle did not break. What ended up happening was the teeth on the end of the axle stripped out, and it also stripped out the gears in one of the rear ends. And we got it fixed already. This is the day after. Oh, it's starting to rain again. But this is the day after the Derby. We already actually have this thing just about ready to go. But yeah, I can show you the part. I have it out yet. Gonna try to keep the car out of the view yet. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is the teeth. As you can see right here, the teeth are just wore down. They're gone, basically. They should be like, focus. They should be like this, but you can see that this is all wore down. That is what took me out. If I would have welded my rear end, I would have had at least one wheel spinning yet. But here you go, guys. Here's the car. Like I said, the rear end, one of the axles stripped out. I mean, that's something you can't really prepare for. I mean, it happens. This was a used car. It's been sitting for 20 plus years, and that's something you don't know until it happens. It sucked that it happened right away, but at least it happened, and the car is still very fresh. Very fresh. I use the back end most of the time. I used about 3 or 4 shots with it. First big shot it went up at my first notches, stayed straight at the second notch over there, and went down at this notch over here. Was not touching the ground quite yet, but it did go down. Before we took it off the trailer, we pre-bent it back up and got it good. This hump right here actually started to blow apart. The seam underneath started to split apart. What I ended up doing is I just welded it all back together. I pounded it back shut, back straight a little bit, and just welded it back together and be good. Good and done. There's still quite a bit of clearance in between the tire. Did not blow a tire. These are not doubled, these are not stuffed, nothing. And the reason why I left these tires on the back and I did not put the skid loader tires in the back here is because those skid loader tires are way too big. They're way too tall, way too wide. Not wide-wise, but they're way too tall. And when I put them on the back here, it basically rubs the inside of the rear fender, and I knew for a fact once this came in, it was gonna pinch this shut, and that's how you break stuff. I mean, it still broke stuff, but I knew for a fact I would have better steering and just better grip going forwards if I had those. And I still got pretty good traction with these. I had decent power with those, but they worked out. They didn't pop. I mean, they only pop when they get hit hard enough or they get sliced, which they were fine. I mean, you can see the paint on here that they were rubbing up in here. And it's still raining. Coming down pretty good. Hopefully you guys can hear me decent. But yeah, tires are fine. They actually have decent tread on them, so that's probably why I got decent traction. So also, I gotta remember I have to tighten all this stuff. I'm probably gonna take that chain out. Those two back chains I will take out, and I don't know if I'm gonna. I might end up doing another hole like in the center and wrap it around the bumper with this chain here. I'll wrap it around the bumper and then have it sucked tight. That way the bumper is staying closed and it'll help it keep rolling in. So it's just a matter of doing it to a different spot. Let's see, moving along. This I did when we were pre-bending the frame back up. Just threw a chain around there and gave us a little bit more torque. That was my buddy's idea. Should be fine. Just gotta tighten these chains back up. Otherwise, whew, she's just raining hard. We'll be good. Rain, 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 rain. That's all it's gonna do. All these chains on the bottom are still tight. These side ones are still tight. Hood chains. Oh, no light. I'm gonna go grab a light quick so you guys can see. Didn't think it was gonna be that dark. Brightness. I got this car pulled in the shop. I'm gonna get this thing running and ready to rock and roll. All these chains are still tight. What actually I had to do is I had to cut my plates that I welded from my fender to my door. They made me cut them. I thought maybe I could get by with it, but no, they didn't want that, so I cut them. I did take a door shot, which was I broke my flag, and then the guy came and hit me, which he probably didn't see that I broke my stick until it was too late. And the reason why I broke my stick, as soon as I figured out I had no way to go forward or reverse, I broke my stick right away because I was right up against the wall, and I didn't want to be a big old punching bag, and I didn't want to have my car get all screwed up. Because when you're up against the wall, you're kind of screwed. I actually hit with the front end once, I believe. I hit with it once. Otherwise, frame up front still good. This side's, I took a scrape. That's about it. That's all I did is I took a scrape on this side and it's still good. My paint design still looks pretty good. Maybe I can get chosen for best decorated again for somewhere else, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Still looks good though. Otherwise, she's still in one piece, and hasn't moved other than the frame, or the back part of the frame, which I want to use this up before I start using with the front end. I'm gonna try to be good, but we'll see. But otherwise, yeah, got my Angrybirds, and which I did promise. Let's see if this thing is in park. I think it should be. I did not disconnect the battery, so flip the switch, touch the wire. That's what happens when you take your time and actually rebuild a decent motor. I mean, this thing runs awesome. I had such a blast. I'm not happy that it didn't last very long, but it was a very, very fun ride. I mean, it's still coming down pretty hard. But there you go, guys. There's the, which you can't even see, but you should probably just grab the light. There's the car. Still in one piece. She still looks like a car. She looks awesome yet. Hopefully we can run her again soon. But the next derby is actually this coming weekend, and that van has to be finished, which we're going to be working on that pretty soon. But there you go, guys. There's the aftermath of the Angrybirds car. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.